I've got no strings to hold me down, to make me laugh, to make me frown. I have no strings on me. Sovereignty. There are no rules. Restrictions are gone. It's time to be your free self. There are no rules. Saturn, the energy of discipline, setting rules, restrictions, is going retrograde. And all of that is being cleared away for you to embrace your true self. You want to maximize this portal, this window of time. This is an opportunity. It's an opportunity for you to embrace your greatness. There are certain attributes, difficulties that we have to come through. The obstacle is the way. The obstacle is the way. That's what Saturn represents to us. The obstacle is the way. Getting on this live stream, and please let me know if it's good. You know, YouTube set up a new setting. So I was having trouble starting this live stream. Are we good? Can you get a 555 if you hear me? Do you see me clearly? It's all disordered, but I'm still going. All right, so he might not be prepared for some of these obstacles. So this is an example. As I started this live stream, I said, oh, there's a new setting. They say you have to change from horizontal to vertical. I said, it's not there. It's in a different place. And now the picture is all messed up. So I don't know if my head's cut off, if we're all straightened out. There are no rules. There are no restrictions. There are no strings on me. There's no rules, Cliff. You do whatever you want now. You have to embrace this. And this is the time period that you will bring forth into this world, into this reality, your creations. Discipline was needed. For you to embrace the highest version of yourself, you had to go through a period and you had to have discipline. It's going to last the test of time. You've built a strong foundation, and now the world will see it. Whether you're watching live or on the replay, could you kindly hit the like button? I appreciate that very much. It helps others find this message of empowerment, this message of how to utilize these energies to improve your everyday life. Saturn goes into retrograde, and there are no rules, there are no restrictions. I've said to God a lot of times, if I could just do my work and just do my thing without all of these things getting in my way, all of these obstacles, you know, it's going to flow a lot easily. And we go through periods of time, as I've shared when I started this channel, the will beats the skill. So you have to have the will. When there's a will, there's a way. You have to have the will to overcome these obstacles. And, you know, if you just show up, if you could just do your job without jumping through hoops, curves and swerves, it would be amazing. These things were put in our path for greatness. I've shared this many times. When I go to the gym, right, and you might go to the gym as well, and I stack the weight on, right, and you add weight to push against the extra weight so that you could get stronger muscles. You know, I shared about, you know, how I bought a weighted vest to do pull-ups. You say, oh, it's making it harder to pull. Why would you put a weighted vest on? You want to just do a pull-up, right? But now I'm adding extra weight, and by doing so, I'm building stronger muscles. Well, Saturn sometimes actually makes us build stronger spiritual muscles. As we move into this Saturn retrograde, there is a clearer path and clearer communication It's got to be crystal clear. Productivity, how much you're producing, is increasing. Everything is synergistically happening right now. We have the shields are going down, the barriers, the restrictions are going down. There are no rules. And this coincides with the summer. Extra light all summer long. Saturn in retrograde all summer long. Positive energy comes in with the light. And synergistically, as we are in Saturn retrograde, the pinnacle of the summer, synergistically, we utilize these energies to be the best version of ourselves. Tons of glitches on the live stream. It's amazing. Do things that are fun. You have to get in tune with your inner child. Are you in tune with the inner child? When you are in tune with your inner child, right, the things you want to have, oh, I have to have rules. Oh, I got to be an adult. Adulting, right? Oh, you got to grow up. Leave your dreams behind. Actually, creation comes from the inner child energy. And that's where you have to stay focused on. So as we are going into Saturn retrograde, start writing down, what are the things you want to do that are fun? You've held on to these things. Oh, I wish I could do that. Don't wish anymore. Do it now. Come on, do it now. You got to do it. Do it now. Do it now. The shields are down. There are no rules. Isn't that great? Oh, there's no rules. No restrictions. Just rewards. No restrictions. Just rewards. And you are being rewarded for your discipline. When you start thinking in terms of energy, frequency, and vibration, you start to see, and you have to come out of the egoic mind. You start seeing a bigger picture. In this presentation, I'm hoping to share that authentically so that people can start to see the bigger picture. And at first glance, again, when we're in the egoic mind, we see negative things happen at first glance. But what is our bigger picture? You know, we can look, and a lot of people look at Saturn as in a negative light. But realistically, Saturn represents discipline. And there are hardships. And there are limitations. But this is to strengthen us. You have to realize this. Saturn can be our teacher. And the discipline that you learn from the hardships. Remember, it's not about what happens to you. It's what you do with what happens to you. And people will rise to the occasion. Are you rising right now? You get the flames rising in the chat. Pull up a secondary device so I could see you as the chat glitched again. You could rise up or you could be exposed. And that's what it's all about. You know, people are either rising up or they're being exposed. We will see the truth. And you know what? We say to God a lot, show me the truth, no matter what the cost. And when you start to see the truth I've shared before, God is revealing the truth of you as well. I don't see the live chat on this one either. Hopefully we're still here. There we are. It's amazing. So we know that this is a power. You know, I share about these are not negative things. Sometimes we can see the power behind certain messages. We are released at this time. You know, sometimes in the gym, you do a drop set. And you put weight on, and you think you don't have to do all 10, say, with that weight. You only do 3. Then you take weight off. Then you take more weight off. You do 3 more. Take more weight off. Do 3 more. Take more weight off. It gets easier. Well, guess what? That pressure is being released right now. There are no rules. There are no restrictions right now. And that's how we have to look at life. You know, the past year, it hasn't been easy. But when you authentically look at these times, A diamond is formed under great pressure. Sometimes the restrictions that are put on, and you sit there and you're like, what's going on? And you're like, figure it out. When you figure it out, there's a power that's there. There's a very powerful vibrational frequency by you figuring it out by yourself. No help, nothing. Sometimes you have outside interference. Some of you wrestling fans know this, right? You have outside interference. You're trying to win the match. The guy comes down, hits you, boom, hits you with the steel chair. But guess what? This is no holds barred now. Now you could pick up the steel chair, right? Hell in a Cell, steel cage match, right? Falls count anywhere. That's where we are. Hit the like button if you're understanding this energy theme. And think about it. You know, those are the things that are more fun. This is a time period about fun. It's not about lack. It's not about limitation. But if you are able to succeed, excel in these hard times, going up against things that are pressing against you, that's just the weight in the gym, kid. That's just the weight in the gym, and you're pressing against the gym. Pressing against the weight in the gym. Start doing things that are fun. This summer, you do things that are fun. Don't worry about rules. A lot of these rules are subconscious programs. Oh, I can't do this because whatever. It's all, you have to start going with the vibes and the feeling. Over a year ago, I did a world famous video. It's a simple question. Don't you want to have fun? Some people are living a miserable life on purpose. Oh, well, that's just the way. Oh, well, that's what everyone, I have to do. You don't have to do anything. You don't have to do anything. You have to do what your heart tells you. And if you sit real quiet, you could hear the word of God, and you do what God tells you, because God is going to know your journey better than you know yourself. There are no rules right now. Start living your life. There are no restrictions to your life. Start doing the things, live the way that you want to live. And start doing it now. Start doing it today. Maximize this time period. You are destined for greatness, and the greatness will come during this time period. This is your destiny, and this summer is destiny fulfilled. Embrace it. Embrace the greatness that you have inside of you, because there is now a clear, crystal clear path. There is clearer communication, and you might have seen this the past years. Nobody. State of confusion. We have to have clear setting. And that's what Saturn retrograde represents. Everything is cleared. You could see certain things. Okay? You could see it all. And when you're able to see it all, when you have that vision of seeing it all, it makes your everyday life more efficient. Instead of wasting your time and energy, if you missed yesterday's live stream, head over to the channel page. You have to be conscious and aware of what you are spending your energy on. People, things, and situations, they might not be people, things, and situations. They might actually be distractions deterring you from becoming the highest version of yourself. You got to get rid of them. Where are you focusing your energy? It's unbelievable. And sometimes you don't see this until you sit alone with God. I was wasting my time. You see the bigger picture. Recently on this channel, I shared that which shall survive. When you outlast certain things, you take these energies, you learn from them. And now you take these attributes and you infuse them into your vessel. And now you put them out to the world. That which shall survive. Oh yeah. Because when you come out of it, you're 37 times greater. When you go through a trial, a tribulation, and it's not what happens to you, it's about what you do with what happens to you. there's a sorting that's happening, and the cream rises to the top as we have a cup of coffee for the Macho Man. Oh, yeah. Cream rises to the top. When you are able to exceed in spite of, when all the conditions, you could think about this in sports, there's certain times, okay, it's 72, it's nice, everything's perfect. But then when you do this during the storm, in spite of, that's where the power lies. That diamond that's formed, it's formed under great pressure. And Saturn sometimes gives us that pressure. And we have to think differently about these things. We have to look at things as discipline. And a lot of people don't like that. Seeing the truth of things. Some people don't like that. But this is how we become a better version of ourselves and think differently. You know, sometimes I've had mentors over the course of my journey that, you know, gave me some information. Constructive criticism. You have to start thinking differently. Not everyone's out to get you. Cliff, thank you so much for that. I appreciate you, brother. Cheers to you. I appreciate you. Stop living your life for other people. Stop living your life for, you know, subconscious programs. People told you how to live your life. Stop living it that way today. And that's what Saturn retrograde is representing. This process right now, it's representing where we can live in freedom and sovereignty without the restrictions, without the rules. Hughes, thank you so much. God bless, Michael. Thanks so much, Mike. I appreciate you. Hugs to you, Hughes. I appreciate you. Stop living your life with lack. Stop living your life in limitation. Stop living your life with expectations. Expectations are limitations. Write it down. Your Uncle Mike give you that one. Expectations are limitations. Write it down. Write it in the comments. Write it on a piece of paper. Get it in your brain. And sometimes we don't see that. And sometimes we have to have discipline. Sometimes we have to go through things so we can be a better version of ourselves, so that we could course direct. Everything happens in a season. And you have to work with the energies. The things that we've learned. So we don't see it at first. Sometimes we don't see these things at first. But when you sit in quiet, you're able to see it. The expectations that people put upon you. A lot of these things are distractions. A lot of these things are from their weaknesses. Start to learn your authentic power and learn it this summer. There is a convergence of energies. Everything is falling. This is synergistically happening. Everything's falling into line. And that's why this window of time, this summer, in the year of abundance, where the light is the pinnacle, the most light, the most information. The summer that's the time to be productive. That's the time to be active. And now we have Saturn in retrograde, so that the shields are down, the limitations are down. So when you take your productivity, you don't have limitations, you don't have rules stopping you from becoming the best version of yourself. Now is the time to become the best version of ourselves. No one's going to do it for us. We have achieved the discipline for a year and years. Ronnie, I love you very much. Thank you so much for that. Thanks for being here every day. So grateful for you. You're going to learn a lot about your journey as we're in the new energies. You're going to see the truth. Everything is coming to the surface. Everything is being revealed. The truth of everything. The truth of people. The truth of situations. It's all about time. And again, time it's very dense, but it's very valuable. There are people out there and situations and even jobs that will try to waste your time. Time is so valuable. We know that linear time is fake. We've been talking about this, right? It's all this other stuff. But in this world, in this lifetime, in this reality, time is the most valuable asset. And that's why in the past year, God restores all of your lost years. And we work synergistically with the energies. And it's about what you do with it, how you transmute it, how you take the situation and you build a platform. You build a foundation that lasts the test of time. If you didn't have an ironclad foundation, if you didn't have authentic people, they were smashed and bashed away. So that the kings and the queens can rise. There's so many traps that are set. You will master these things. Some of you know about the rings of Saturn. You're going to be Lord of the Rings right now. You're going through this process swimmingly. You're just floating in a ball of plasma. It's so easy. It's so easy because you've been trained. You had all the weight. You had all the restrictions. And you just kept going. And you just kept going. And you have been forged in the fire. You've been refined. Now you're just sliding around. It's party time, right? Someone said that. It's party time. And that's what needs to be focused on this summer. There's no rules. There's no restrictions. You have to have fun. When you start focusing on fun, okay, it's play. It's not work. It's playtime. It's about playtime. And that's where we have to stay focused on. Coney Island Mermaid, I appreciate you very much. Shout out to all our brothers and sisters in Coney Island, right? Love you. The mermaids are here. Sandy Beach, thank you so much. Sandy Beach writes, challenge accepted. It is amazing. And I've shared a lot. We did a 2.5 hour video last night on Patreon. If you want to check that out, the link's in the description. There are people that it's a challenge for them to have fun. It's a challenge for them. The simple things in life. Simple thing is challenging to them. Start living your everyday life. Let go of judgment. Let go of expectations. It is one of my first videos on this world famous channel. I appreciate if you are this far into the message, please smash the subscribe button. I appreciate that very much. If you hit subscribe, we're growing exponentially. Share this with a friend today if it's helping you. Judgment and expectations, right? If you think about Saturn, you think about judgment. If you think about expectations, judgment and expectations are lower vibrations that deter you from becoming the highest version of yourself. 5 years in the making that video was, right? Can you imagine? Can you imagine we're still here? Still going. We took the longest road. We talked about that yesterday. The longest road. Sometimes you have to take the longest road. The road less traveled. Everyone wants the quick fix. But guess what? They fizzle out. In any aspect of life, you see the people that keep going and keep going. The ones that last the test of time. The ones that are still at it. The ones that are evolving. We have to evolve. It's constant evolution. It's our evolutionary journey. I heard a guy on YouTube say that a long time ago. This is our evolutionary journey. This is a documentation of the ascension process, the spiritual awakening journey, whatever you want to call it. And a lot of you that have been here for 5 years, you've seen the change, the growth. We have to leave a legacy. That's what this is about. This is about legacy. Culminate this summer. Everyone, write that in the comments. This is legacy. It's legacy season. It's legacy season. Because you don't have things holding you back any longer. You're rising up. And you have the ability to do it. Working more efficiently. Without restrictions. There are no rules. There's no rules. Party time. That's how you have to have. That's how you have to live. That's how you have to feel. Feel the vibrations. Feel the vibrations. Live your life with fun. If people don't want to have fun, get rid of them. If people want to be negative, avoid them like the plague. Because dimensional bleeding is a real thing. I've shared about this. I know some people are new to the channel. And in science, it's called epigenetics. Watch out for your surroundings. Watch out for the company that you keep, because that is going to slowly leach into your frequency. So some of the hardships that we're given, and sometimes, quote unquote, Saturn gives us these things, sometimes they're for our own good. We have to start thinking differently. And as Tesla said, think in terms of energy, frequency, and vibration. And you have to think of the universe as a whole that is working for you nonstop around the clock. When you change, please listen to this part of the message. When you change your mentality, everything is working for me. Everything all day long, 24/7 is working for me. And if you want to understand this at a deeper level, please go to the channel page, the Quantum Chaos video. I talked about quantum events. You got to look at those two videos. I will place those videos at the end of this video on the left-hand side. You can smash them at the end. You have to understand this at a deeper level. When you change this mentality, when you get into the quantum, stop thinking of, oh, this is just, and you don't know. You don't know. Keep an open mind. It's the first step in science. If you don't have an open mind, you can't evolve. This is our evolutionary journey. It's time to evolve. It's time to embrace the person that you came here to be. There are no rules. There's no restrictions. Be who you are. What will you use this summer? You know, I shared about this many times. Mjolnir. If you missed Path of the Warrior, and the warrior knows how to wield weapons. And Mjolnir, the hammer, is so powerful, you have to be worthy in order to lift it. And it can be used to break down things that are not serving your purpose. And it's also used to build. So much can be done. And you have the ability to do so much. We all have the ability to do so much. What will you do this summer? Write it in the comments. What will you do this summer? Because guess what? There are no excuses this summer. There's no restrictions this summer. There are no rules. Embrace who you are. Embrace your inner child. A lot of you see your Uncle Mike. And you can see how I embrace my inner child. I don't care. I don't care about narcissists. I don't care about trolls. I give zero, you know what. And I come from a place of authenticity. And that's why we are successful all day, every day, growing all day, every day, exponential growth all day, every day. Focus on these energies and bring them into your everyday life. Saturn retrograde represents no rules, no restrictions. It's time to birth our everyday lives. And so it is. If you find this message interesting and you would like to learn more about our reality in terms of energy, frequency, and vibration, why don't you click subscribe, give the video a like so it becomes visible to more people, and please share with one other person, because when we all share with one other person, we will rapidly grow our 5D community. If you could do something that nobody else can do, would you do it? Now's the time. I've got no strings on me. You're released. I am released. We are released onto the world. Embrace it. You are free. This is true sovereignty. I love each and every one of you. I appreciate each and every one of you being here. Did you like this type of presentation? Let us know in the comments. If you want to improve your everyday life in all three phases, physically, mentally, and spiritually, why don't you hit the subscribe button, show up every day. We strive to become 1% better every single day. We have no limitations. We have no barriers. We have no boundaries, okay, when it comes to our consciousness expansion. We put the ego at the side. We start listening to all these things and applying them to our everyday lives. Not just talking about it, but being about it. And practice what you preach all summer long. And by doing so, you're going to be bringing so much abundance into your everyday life. Yvonne, thank you so much for that. I appreciate you. I appreciate each and every one of you being here. This summer, it's going to be amazing. We have so many things planned for everyone this summer. Okay? Better videos, more powerful videos, things that you've never seen before. So I appreciate you showing up every day, and take the Our Everyday Lives Challenge. Maybe you show up to this channel every single day and see how your life begins to change. People have been here for so long, like Stefan. Stefan, I appreciate you so much. Thank you for being here all along, and thank you for that. And see how your everyday life starts to change. Stop waiting for a savior. Stop waiting for other people. Become the change that you want to see in the world, and start this today. I am the defender of our everyday lives. No matter what comes your way, light warriors, just keep going. I love you all. We have TikTok, we have Facebook, we have Patreon, new videos on all three. Please take the time in the description on the channel page. Share this video. Utilize the hashtag #OurEverydayLives. This is the summer of Assert Dominance. I love you all. Bye for now.